We're going to go check out the logo creator that's in Adobe Express. And this thing's actually what's called a beta. Do you guys know what a beta is as far as a program goes on a computer? So if you had a beta of a game, a beta is kind of like the version of the game that's not quite ready for prime time. So this is actually a beta of this part of this program, which means that some things might work and some things might not work perfectly. So we're going to try it out. I can get to this a couple of ways. So right now I scrolled down to quick actions. I can find it right there. I can also do it like this. I can go to the plus. I can go to quick actions. And I'm still going to have to scroll a little bit until I find that logo maker beta. All right. This is a process that kind of like takes you through a bunch of little steps. And it's going to create a logo for you that you can use on your website or for your brand or things like that. We're just going to come up with a little bit of a name of our company. I think I'm going to do like a landscaping business. So I'm going to call it Chainsaw Brothers. Chainsaw Bros. If I had a landscaping business, what do you think the slogan for my business could be?
Chopper down.
Chopper down. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna chop her down! Exclamation point. Does that look good?
Yeah,
so I'm gonna go hit next.
You have to do like ER, like
I did. That's what I did with an apostrophe. So I'm gonna look for a little bit of iconography, like an image that I want to use. Let's see, tree falling. Let's see if it's got something like that. Let's see, maybe there's a tree that I like. You guys like this kind of like dead tree with the little cuts in it? Okay, now we're choosing a little bit of kind of like some layout and some color schemes and stuff like that. Let's go say I want it to be a little organic looking. There's some ideas that we might describe as organic. I'm going to go hit minimal instead. That's kind of cool. Maybe we want bold. So it's most likely going to take some of the elements of one of these ones that I choose. Let's hit this. Now it's doing some stuff for me. I think it's using some AI tools right now. So here's a couple ideas. I definitely think this needs some work, so I'm going to click on a couple other ones till I get something I think might be usable, or at least might be a place to start. So here's a couple other ideas I kind of like in this one, so maybe we'll take some of these elements. Let's say we want this, but we're going to definitely change some stuff. I have the option to change my colors, change fonts, change icons, all this stuff if I go hit edit more. And now we're working on this in our own layout. Let's see, I think I might work on some centering and some stuff. I might make that a little bigger. Definitely going to make that a bigger deal. Let's get all of it and move everything down a little bit. Then I think I'll make this thing bigger. Maybe I'll start working on my color schemes a little bit. I think I want something a little more outdoorsy. Well, I think this is going to be orange. I think this is going to be darker green. This orange is going to have to be brighter orange though. Let's go make that the dark green. I think I'm going to make that, see if I've got a bold version of that one. Should I change the tree to green or leave it brown like that? Okay, we're going to do something with the background color. I'm going to go use the same orange in the background. Yeah, let's do that, and then we're going to make this one that same. Did that do it? Okay, let's say this is what we want for our logo. You can see how this one is constrained in a square. It has that background. We're going to make a different version of this that will show up in front of another image or in front of like a different background that actually has transparency around all of the elements here. So here's how I'm going to do that. We're going to hit add page. Actually, we're going to hit page actions. So we're going to say duplicate. So So what I have is 2 pages of the same thing right now. On this page, I'm going to go to background color, and I say I've got no background here. You're going to have to look at it and decide if most of the stuff here is going to contrast enough from whatever background you want to put it in. So I think it's going to be okay right now. So I've got this version of my logo, and I've got this version with a transparent background. At this point, we're going to go download it. So this one says transparent PNG. Yeah, that's good. I want to make sure I have all pages selected. I'm going to hit download. So I got them both open right now, and I can see that this one has transparency around it. It shows all of the dark behind it. And I can see this one has my square behind everything. So if you had to place it in a different situation, in a different location, one of them might work better than the other one. But how many of these are you going to turn in to get credit for this? You're going to turn in both of those. There you go. It wasn't too hard. I think you're going to be able to do it.